Hello, welcome to the Daily Bible Podcast. My name is William Hemsworth. Thank you so much for joining me for today's show. Well, today we're continuing on into Matthew chapter 18. We're going to look at verses 7 through 9 today. So again, Matthew chapter 18, verses 7 through 9. And just to catch everyone up to speed, this going from verse 5 through verse 9 today, Jesus is talking about temptations to sin. Yesterday we discussed the severity of punishment that one has if they lead a child into sin and make them lose faith in Christ. And today we're kind of discussing obstacles to ourselves. So again, Matthew chapter 18, verses 7 through 9 say, "Woe to the world for temptations to sin, for it is necessary that temptations come, but woe to the man by whom the temptation comes. And if your hand or your foot causes you to sin, cut it off and throw it from you. It is better for you to enter life maimed or lame than with 2 hands or 2 feet to be thrown into the eternal fire. And if your eye causes you to sin, pluck it out and throw it from you. It is better for you to enter life with 1 eye than with 2 eyes to be thrown into the hell of fire." Jesus uses some very intense language here. Cut it off, pluck it out. Is Jesus telling us to cut off our hand, pluck out our eyes? No, absolutely not. Please don't do that. What he is doing, this language, this severe language, underscores the dangers of sin. You see, if we allow a sin to fester, to continue to have its hold over us, Jesus is saying you risk hell. Get rid of that sin. Get rid of that obstacle. It's not worth it. That's what he's telling us. So we need to remove stumbling blocks that cause us to sin. If you have a porn addiction, install software like Covenant Eyes to make sure you don't look at it. If you have the sin of gluttony, get rid of the junk food. I mean, there's things that we can do to help us not fall into sin. And of course, when you feel that temptation to sin, pray, ask for the strength to overcome. Jesus is not saying that we're to cut off a part of our body. It just means that we all have there's obstacles to all of us that cause us to sin. We need to try to figure out what those obstacles are and cut them out of our lives. So any relationship, a practice, an activity that leads to sin, we need to stop. We need to stop. Sin is serious. And I know sometimes in today's culture, sin is trivialized, like, whatever makes you happy. Well, in the long run, it's not going to make you happy. In the long run, you'll be separated from Christ forever. And that's someplace none of us should want to be. So thank you for joining me on this episode of the Daily Bible Podcast. I thank you for joining me each and every day. If you enjoy the show, consider donating to the cause, if you will, at patreon.com/William Hemsworth. If not, the show is still here. It's all good. I hope you guys enjoy it. I hope you get something out of it. But God bless you. And I urge you, try to figure out what is in your life that may be causing you to sin. Pray about it. Contemplate on it. And get rid of it. It may be painful, but it's going to be better in the long run. God bless you, and have a great day.